Guys, we're back on the air. They cut us off just a few minutes ago. I brought us back. Guys. YouTube thinks that they can just do whatever they want and just get away with it. I will be filing a complaint against YouTube very soon. I will be filing a complaint against YouTube again very soon. They kicked us off the air. When I was just showing these earthquakes here, they kicked us off the air. This is Marktree, Arkansas this afternoon. 3.5 earthquake here at 12:45 this afternoon. 12:45 this afternoon. Then after 2 p.m. here on the black line. 2:04 p.m. this afternoon, we have a 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. Then it becomes a 2.6, 2.7. Then a 2.4, 2.5. 2.6, 2.7. Back up to 2.8, 2.9 for about 30 seconds. Drops down to 2.5 again. 2.7, 2.8. 2.9, 3.0. 2.5, back up to 2.8 again. On the next blue line, which is 2:30 on the left-hand side, we move over here to the right. 2:46 this afternoon. Tremor activity. 2:48 p.m. this afternoon on the blue line here on the right-hand side. 2.5, 2.6 earthquake here. Fact. This is happening, guys, this afternoon. Earthquakes are continuing this afternoon. This is not the end of them. This is only what I saved to our database so I can show it to you here. Ongoing earthquakes here. Ongoing earthquakes. This is Marktree, Arkansas, like I was showing you earlier. They're continuing, guys, all the time. Let's move over to north central Arkansas. This time to Ozark Folk, Arkansas. Ozark Folk, Arkansas, right here. This morning, late this morning here. Let me zoom in here to show what's going on here. Notice these zippy lines here. These zippy lines. That's where the stylus is moving because there's seismic energy. The stylus is moving because of seismic energy. Over here after 8 a.m. this morning, on the right-hand side, this is 8:13 a.m. this morning. 3.03.1 earthquake here. Ozark Folk Center, north central Arkansas. Then over here at 11:04 a.m. this morning. 11:03, 11:04 this morning. We have 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. Then within 30 seconds becomes a 3.03.1 earthquake here. 11:03 this morning, 2.8, 2.9. Then 30 seconds becomes a 3.03.1 earthquake. Then after that, 11:30 this morning, another 3.0 earthquake lasted several seconds here. Notice the width of that blue earthquake there. That earthquake lasted about 3 seconds. 3.0 earthquake here. Then we have a 2.5, 2.6 after that. Ozark Folk Center, Arkansas, north central Arkansas. This morning, guys. This afternoon, look what happened here. Okay. 12 noon on the top left-hand side on the black line. Nothing happens at all until after 1 p.m. We go over here to 11. Excuse me, not 11. We come over here to 1:14 a.m. this afternoon, 1:14 p.m. this afternoon, another 3.2, 3.3 earthquake. 3.2, 3.3 earthquake here. Then after 1 p.m., we have nothing but tremors until 1:45. At 1:46 this afternoon, 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. Then at 2:02 p.m. this afternoon, 3.2 earthquake here. 3.2 earthquake here this afternoon. Craziness, guys. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolute craziness, guys. Almost insanity. Like I said in the beginning of this program, the pneumatic fault is moving its darndest. It's moving more now than it ever has been before. As I said before, 3 years ago, all we had here were tremors, minor tremors, 1.0, 1.9. 2 years ago, we started having minor earthquakes, 2.0 and 2.9. Then a year ago, we started seeing our first 3.0 earthquakes a year ago. Now, a year and a half later, we're seeing 3.3 and even 4.5, 4.6 earthquakes earlier this year. Earlier this year here in Missouri. In Missouri, guys. Seismic sequences are going up. The number of earthquakes is going up, and also the magnitude, the strength of the earthquake is also increasing monumentously, hugely, guys, in a huge way here. Now, because of the lateness of the hour, we've already been on the air 1 hour and 23 minutes. We're going to get off here very soon. But I want to show you what is going on in southern Arkansas. Truman, Arkansas here. Look at this. Starts off this morning at midnight with nothing but tremors. 1:30, tremor activity here. Up to 1.5, 1.6, dropping back down. Then at 5 a.m., we have our first minor earthquakes. 2.0, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.5, and dropping down to tremors again. Long duration tremor activity building up minor earthquakes here. That's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here, guys. Then, look what happens after 10:15. After 10:15 here. Truman, Arkansas. We go over here to 10. Let's see. About 10:24 a.m. this morning. 1.6, 1.7 tremors. 10:25. 2.5, 2.6 earthquakes. Just after that, 2.8, 2.9. Then some more minor earthquakes, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. Then over here, after 10:26 p.m. or at 10:26 a.m. this morning, 2.8, 2.9 earthquake here. 2.8, 2.9 earthquake here. Truman, Arkansas. Truman, Arkansas, for the past 2 years, we've seen minor earthquakes developing into large earthquakes. 3.0, 3.5 earthquakes here in Truman, Arkansas. That's what we've seen happen here. It's building here. It's building here. Then this afternoon, Truman, Arkansas. Look what happens here after 12, I want to say 12:28 p.m. this afternoon. 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes. 10:26, or say not 10, 12:26 over here on the right-hand side. 2.8, 2.9 earthquake sequences, and that is a sequence of about 30 seconds, 2.8, 2.9 earthquakes. Then what happens over here on the left-hand side? That sequence continues here. The sequence continues over here at 12:30. 12:30, guys. That sequence continues over here at 2.8, 2.9, and right before 12:31, I think we have a 3.0 earthquake. 3.0 earthquake. Then we drop down to tremor activity again for about a half hour. Then after here, after 1:30 this afternoon, all of a sudden, look at this. We have more minor earthquakes. We have a tremor sequence building into minor earthquakes here. And I mean a tremor sequence lasting about 13 minutes. 13-minute tremor sequence here, going up into minor earthquake sequence and back down to tremors. And then after 2:15 this afternoon on the red line on the left-hand side, going over here to the right, 2:26, 2:27 this afternoon on the red line. We have tremor activity at 12:27. All of a sudden, we are at 2.5, 2.6 earthquakes. Then down to 2.4, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, about 45 seconds. Then after that 2.5 sequence ends after about 30 seconds, we have another 2.8, 2.9 earthquake here. Truman, Arkansas, guys. Truman, Arkansas. Now, I want to move up to Missouri, going north into Missouri. On the USGS map today, they said there was a 2.0 earthquake in Matthews, Missouri, right here. Does this look like a 2.0 earthquake in Matthews, Missouri? No, it's not. Not at all. Let's go up here to 12:45 this morning on the top green line here. That starts off with tremor activity. Nothing more than tremor activity for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of tremor activity. 8 minutes of tremor activity. It actually started before that at 12:34, 12:35. Actually, not 12:34, 12:43, 12:44 this morning. Continue at 12:45 until after 12:53, 12:54 this morning. Then this morning, guys, now we are looking at 9:30 this morning on the left-hand side. You move over here to the right. 9:10 a.m. this morning. We have tremors building into 2.3, 2.4 earthquakes. Then all of a sudden, these earthquakes begin to happen as 3.0, 3.2 earthquakes. I don't think this sequence was more than 3.2 magnitude earthquakes. Small earthquakes. Small earthquakes here. Small earthquakes start at approximately 8:41 this morning. 8:41 this morning here. 8:42, 8:43. Going over here 3 minutes. 3 minutes worth of 3.2, 3.3 earthquake activity here. The top and the bottom of this sequence was cut off. That's why I believe this is actually 3.2, 3.3 activity here, not 2.0 as USGS said on the map. Now let's go over to Matthews, Missouri this afternoon. Matthews, Missouri this afternoon. It's different. It's different here. Look at this. Yes, this afternoon we had some 2.0 activity, but we also have larger minor earthquake activity over 2.0. We had 2.5, 2.6, Okay, 2.5, 2.6 activity here. Over on the right-hand side on the blue line, okay, that was 12:44 p.m. this afternoon with a 2.7, 2.8, 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. Over here at 12:45 on the green line, left-hand side, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. The seismic activity lasted 2 minutes, more than just 2.0 activity. Then after 1 o'clock this afternoon, tremor activity from 101, 102, 103, 104. All of a sudden at 104, we have 1.9, 2.0 earthquake activity happening. 105, we have 2.0, 2.2 earthquake. Nearly 106, we have a 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. Back down to 2.5, 2.6 earthquake. Back down to 2.5. Back down to 2.0. And back down to tremors after that. Yes, we did have 2.0 earthquake here in Matthews, Missouri. But we also had many, many, many minor earthquakes over 2.0 as well, upwards of 3.0 earthquake this morning in Matthews, Missouri. Again, USGS is lying to the public. Absolutely lying to the public. They're not showing this activity, guys. They're not showing any of this activity at all. They're not being honest with the public at all. Now let's go to Decatur, Illinois. I promised I'd show you earthquakes in Decatur, Illinois. This is what happened this morning in Decatur, Illinois. This has been happening for nearly 3 months. This is what has been happening in Decatur, Illinois for 3 months. Up at the top left-hand side, this is 12 midnight. 12 midnight. 2.4, 2.5 earthquake at 12:01 a.m. this morning. Going over to the right, over on the red line, that's a 2.6, 2.7 earthquake at 12:28 a.m. this morning. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. 12:29, 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. Again, on the blue line here on the left-hand side, we have tremors here until we get about 12:35 this morning on the blue line. This is about a 2.93.0 earthquake here. 2.93.0 earthquake at about 12:36 this morning. More earthquakes like that all over the place here. At 2:31 this morning. After 2:31 this morning, we had another 3.0 earthquake here. Look up and down this seismogram here. Look it up and down the seismogram here. The seismogram you are viewing is a computer readout from the seismograph itself. This seismogram here is a computer readout from the seismograph we took it from. You're seeing tremors, you're seeing minor earthquakes, and you're seeing small 3.0, 3.2, 3.3 earthquakes here in Decatur, Illinois. In Decatur, Illinois, guys. Look at the bottom green line here. Look at the bottom green line. I'm going over to the right-hand side here. The bottom green line here at about 11:56 this morning. About 11:56 this morning, this is a 3.3 earthquake. That's a 3.3 earthquake at about 11:56 this morning. Small 3.3 earthquake here. Decatur, Illinois this morning. Guess what? This afternoon, the same thing was going on. Look at this. All afternoon long as well. Over in the top left-hand corner, we see 12 noon. 12 noon. Going over to 12:03, 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes. 12:03, 12:04, 12:05, 2.2, 2.3 earthquakes. 12:06, the same thing. Moving over further to the right here. Now we're at 12:10, about 12:10, 12:11 this afternoon. We're having 2.7, 2.8 earthquakes here on the top black line here. On the next red line here, on the left-hand side is 12:15 this afternoon. 12:18, actually 12:17 on the red line. 2.7, 2.8 minor earthquake. 2 minutes later, another 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. 3 minutes later, 3.0 earthquake. It goes off the top of the chart here. Goes off the top of the chart here. 3.0 small earthquake here in Decatur, Illinois. Throughout this seismographic example here, we are seeing minor 2.5 to 2.9 minor earthquakes. 3.0 to 3.3 small earthquakes happening all throughout this seismograph here this afternoon. Decatur, Illinois, guys. Decatur, Illinois. It's happening. The north side of the Pneumatic Fault has moved. It's moved heavily. Heavily, guys. Now let's go down to the southern part of the Pneumatic Fault. Let's go down to DeRidder, Louisiana. Let's go over here to DeRidder, Louisiana now. I want to show you what happened here. Actually, no. Before we hit DeRidder, let's go over here to Portageville, Missouri again. Portageville, Missouri. Didn't show you this earlier. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This morning, Portageville, Missouri. This is right alongside, literally right alongside the Pneumatic Fault in Missouri. 12:51 a.m. this morning. 3.2 earthquake here this morning. Then it went down to minor earthquakes, 2.6, 2.7. Back up to 3.0, 3.2 earthquakes here. Look at that. All this sequences here has been cut off at the top and the bottom. This sequence probably was a 3.2, 3.3 earthquake here. 2 minutes of 3.3 earthquakes here. 2 minutes here this morning. 12:50 to 12:52. Then later this morning here, look what happened. All over the place here, literally all over the place. From 6 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning, 8 a.m. this morning, 3.2 earthquake at 8:01 a.m. this morning. On the left-hand side, we move over to 8:07 in the center of the seismogram here. A 3.2, 3.3 earthquake here. It's going up, guys. It's going up. At 9:15 on the red line in the center, 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes here. 2 minutes later, we have another 2.4, 2.5. It drops down to 1.1, 1.2 tremors. Builds up to another 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. Backs down to tremors again. Then, after 10:15 this morning on the red line, see 10 a.m. this morning on the black line here? We're going to go across here to the center here. On the black line here, you see more earthquakes here. At least a 2.8, 2.9 earthquake here in the center here. 10:07, 10:08 this morning. Then we go over 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes later. 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. 2 minutes later, we have a 2.0 earthquake. On the next blue line, we can't tell what's going on. On the next red line, okay, at 10:15, next red line, you can't see exactly what's going on because what's happening at 10:45 with the green line. But we at least have another 3.3, 3.5 earthquake here. 10:18 to 10:19 a.m. this morning. Then at 10:45 a.m. this morning on the green line, 3.3 activity again. 3.3 earthquake activity here, guys. Small 3.3 earthquake activity here. Now, I want to jump down here to 11:15 on the left-hand side on the red line. 3.2 earthquake here at 11:15 this morning. At 11:16, another 3.2 earthquake here. At 11:17, it's kind of hard to distinguish what happens here, but we at least have another 2.5, 2.6, if not another 3.0, 3.3 earthquake here. Move over here for the right, more 2.5, 2.6 activity. Then move over here to the center here. To the center here on the red line. Guys, this is 11:26 a.m. this morning. 3.3 earthquake here. 3.3 earthquake here at 11:26 a.m. this morning. 3.3 earthquake. On the next blue line, more earthquakes here. Again, this time, 11:32 this morning on the blue line on the left-hand side, 2.7, 2.8 earthquake, minor earthquake. We go over here to the right, we have more minor earthquakes. Tremors, more minor earthquakes. On the next green line here, we have just minor earthquakes, as I can see here. Minor earthquakes being not more than 2.6, 2.7 earthquakes. Portersville, Missouri this morning. Let's look at Portersville, Missouri this afternoon. This is important, or I would not even point it out. Look what happens in Portersville, Missouri this afternoon. Just after 12:03 this afternoon, 3.3, 3.4 earthquake here. 3.3 activity starts. Within the next 30 seconds, we have at least a 3.3 earthquake here. They can't cut it off here. They can't. It's plainly we see here as a 3.3 earthquake here. Okay? Unreal. On the next red line over here towards the center right, minor earthquakes, 2.4, 2.5, 2.7, 2.8, dropped in down to 2.6, 2.7, back down to 2.5, back down to 2.3, 2.4. On the next blue line on the right-hand side, 2.4, building up to maybe 2.6, 2.7. On the next green line on the left-hand side. That seismic activity at 2:44 this afternoon turned into a 3.0 earthquake this afternoon at 12:45 this afternoon. Another 3.3 earthquake here. Then within about a minute and a half, It drops down to 2.6, 2.7, 2.5, 2.6, 2.0, dropping down to tremors again. After 1 p.m. on the black line here on the left-hand side, we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes later. 1:06 this afternoon. A series of 3.3 earthquakes here, guys. A series of 3.3 earthquakes for about a minute and a half. You see it, they cut off the top and the bottom of the sequence here. 3.3 earthquakes at the very minimum here. Portageville, Missouri. As I stated before, the largest earthquakes we've seen here in Missouri were about 2 months ago. We had a 4.5 and 4.6 earthquake. Prior to that, we were having 3.0s on a regular basis. Now we are seeing large earthquakes, 3.3 and even 3.5 earthquakes right here today. Portageville, Missouri today, this afternoon. After 4:25 this afternoon, 3.5 earthquake here. Portageville, Missouri here, a 3.5 earthquake at 4:25 this afternoon. No joke, Sherlock. No joke. 3.5 earthquake this afternoon. USGS can try to deny it. They tried to put a 2.0 in Matthews, Missouri. We showed you not only was there 2.0 activity, but there's 2.5, even a 3.0 earthquake at some point today in Matthews, Missouri. But here in Portageville, Missouri, we saw a lot of 3.0s, a ton of minor earthquakes, and now a 3.5 in Portageville that USGS did not even show us. All up and down the entire New Madrid Fault, we're having earthquakes. All up and down the fault, guys. They're happening. They're happening all over the place. I'm not done. Let's go south to DeRidder, Louisiana today. Show you what happened here. Look at this. A few minutes ago, I showed you what happened up in Decatur, Illinois. Look what happened here in DeRidder, Louisiana. We've never seen this happen in DeRidder the entire 7.5 years we've been on the air, nearly 7.5 years now. April this year, it was 7 years. April, May, June, July, 1 year and 4 months now. 1 year and 4 months. Okay? Now, after 9:30, we had some tremor activity. Before that, we had a bunch of tremor activity here. Then here at 8:45 this morning, 8:48, tremor activity. Before we even get to 8:49, we had 2.8, 2.9 earthquakes. At 8:49, we had our 3.3 earthquake here in DeRidder, Louisiana. DeRidder, Louisiana here, 3.3 earthquake here. This morning, 8:49 this morning. USGS did not even show this. They didn't show this at all. Nothing. Karen Martin says she's 557 miles away from New Madrid. Karen, I don't think you felt any of this. You're too far away. However, over in Ozark Folk Center, Arkansas, we saw 3.0 earthquakes there, north central Arkansas, 150 miles west of the fault. Saw them there. Guys, we're seeing them down here in in DeRidder, Louisiana, the southern end of the New Madrid Fault, the southern side of the New Madrid Fault. We've seen them today in Decatur, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, down here into Louisiana. Look at this, guys. Minor earthquakes happening here as well. We have minor earthquakes after 9:19 a.m. this morning. 2.0 earthquakes here. Those get larger, though. They get larger here. After 10 a.m., 2.3, 2.4 earthquakes there. All throughout this seismogram, we have 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes here. All throughout this seismogram here, we have 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes after 10 a.m. But at 8:44 this morning, a 3.3 earthquake hit in DeRidder, Louisiana. Uncotton picking real. Uncotton picking real. You've seen it here only on Emergency Management Associates. No other YouTube or Rumble channel you're going to see it except here on the Emergency Management Associates. We're seeing it here, guys. We're seeing it here. Now, guys, I want to tell you this. Unfortunately, our previous program got cut off by YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it got cut off. YouTube is going to receive a complaint from me tonight. But guys, all day today on our program, we showed you 3.0, 3.4, 3.5 earthquakes up and down the entire New Madrid Fault. Seismic energy is increasing. The earthquakes are getting larger. The number of earthquakes they're hitting are also getting more numerous. More and more earthquakes are hitting on the New Madrid Fault. The strength of the earthquakes are increasing. What does this mean? What does this mean? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to leave this segment up for a minute. This means, okay, we've seen a substantial increase in seismic activity here on the New Madrid Fault for the past 4 months. The past 4 months, it has increasingly got crazy, literally crazy, okay? Not just this year. Earlier this year, we had 4.5, 4.6 earthquake activity in Missouri. Now we're seeing it up and down the entire fault line, north to south. What does this mean? Guys, we are going to have a large 5.0 earthquake or larger on the New Madrid Fault probably by the end of this year. Probably by the end of this year. What does that mean? That means a lot of people are going to get hurt. 5.0 earthquakes, people are going to get hurt. We could see upwards of a 6.0 earthquake this year. We could see upwards of a 6.0 earthquake hitting this year. This year, guys. I'm telling you, this year. Kenneth Stalling is in Costa Rica. Kenny, guess what? Here in Costa Rica, in the last 2 days, we've had 3.5 and 4.5 earthquakes hitting in Costa Rica. A 5.0 earthquake happening off the Costa Rica yesterday. A large 5.0 earthquake happened off the south coast of Costa Rica yesterday. Earthquakes are increasing in Central America. Earthquakes are increasing in South America. Earthquakes are increasing in Mexico as well. All over the place. But here in the central United States, 7.5, 8 million people live, maybe more than that. We're going to see 5.0 to 6.0 large, strong 6.0 earthquakes happening here, possibly this year. That means thousands of people are going to get hurt. Some people may be unalive. Some people may be unalive by these earthquakes. Yet it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. I promise you it's going to happen. Guys, spread this channel's information all over the internet. Spread it to your family members, your extended family, the people you work with, the people you associate with on social media, on YouTube as well. Spread it with everybody you associate with, guys. Everybody needs this information. You all know people all over the United States. They need to see this here. They need to see what we're showing you today. They need to see this, guys, because people are going to start losing their lives when these earthquakes hit. The last earthquake hit on the New Madrid Fault was 1810, 1811. December 1810 to January 1811. They said at the time it may have been a 7.0, 7.1 earthquake. But now the scientists are saying that was probably an 8.0 earthquake. They're saying that it was probably an 8.0 earthquake. You need to know that. Everybody here needs to know that, guys, because it's coming to a hamlet, a town, and a city near you. Be aware of that, guys. Be very, very aware of it. It's going to happen. Now, guys, God bless you. May God be with you this day and always. May God be with you. Guys, I love you very much. I'm sorry you got it cut off earlier. YouTube did it to us again. They've done it to us before they did to us again. I hope they don't do it to us too much more. I'm not going to handle it. I won't handle it very well at all. But God be with each and every one of us. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be coming back on the air and talking about what is happening in the Pacific Northwest with the Cascadia region, in the Cascadia subduction zone region, both earthquakes and also volcanic activity in the Pacific Northwest. Tomorrow evening, sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. God be with you until that point in time. Have a good night. If anything else happens tonight, we'll be back on the air to tell you about it as soon as the information becomes available. Take care, everybody. See you then. God bless. Take care. Bye.
Here at Emergency Management Associates, we're dedicated and true, bringing you the essential knowledge, helping you see things through. From disaster preparedness to navigating recovery's embrace, we're here to guide you in every unpredictable time and place. We break down the complex, make it easy to grasp and absorb, sharing strategies for safety, the vital lessons you can't afford to hoard, So thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your sub. You're a key part of our growing family, a member of our knowledge club. With every like, every share, and every comment you send our way, our critical message spreads further, helping more people every single day. Together we're stronger. truly inspires us. Your feedback acts as a guiding light, helping us continually grow and making our channel's future bright. We're always learning, always striving to be better. Bring you the most up-to-date information, no matter the weather. Emergency Management Associates is here for you now and forever, it's true. Keep watching, keep learning, because we truly appreciate all that you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you for being with us, guys.